back here in between games as the Doc Stewarts get the season started as they host the Mid-Valley SouthPaws for a doubleheader. We are getting things started bright and early with the season as we continue our series of player interviews. We've done this the last couple of years and get a chance to get it started in game one of the season, get a chance to talk with Garrett Russell. We go numerically, so Garrett at the top of the roster as number one on the team. This player interview brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. Garrett, thanks for a little bit of time here in between games as we get ready for game two of our doubleheader. Congratulations first and foremost on a lot of different things, but first we'll say congratulations on making the Docs this year. When you got the news, I'm sure you felt pretty confident about your chances this year, but getting that news and just finally getting a chance to play with the Docs for the summer, how'd that feel?
Yeah, it felt great. Last year I was a little disappointed. I thought I had a good tryout and stuff, but I wasn't developed as a player enough. So coming out, I'm pretty excited. I worked hard in the spring and then off season with wrestling and football. Got toned up for baseball, so pretty excited about this summer.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a lot to play for. You're hoping to continue playing your baseball career here locally, which is great to hear, and we'll talk more about that. But for you also, congratulations. Just had graduation yesterday,
Yes.
All-night party. How tired are you today after a little bit of celebration on the big accomplishment of graduating?
I got a pretty good power nap in before this game. Got home at around 4:30, so that's great. Got to the field around noon, and we're ready to go. So
yeah,
yep.
Graduation go okay? You guys get rained on too much out there?
I mean, rained on in monsoon, kind of the same thing. It's sad our caps are, you take pictures in those, but after they're almost down to your ears because it's cardboard. So, I'd take those off. But no, it was fun. It was a great time. Such a good experience. Even though we got rained on, it's just a memory. So
absolutely. Hey, that'll make it a little bit more memorable in your mind. The fact that you got a little soaked out there.
That's a good story.
Wrapping up your senior year at Roseburg High School, it was a nice one for you. 3-sport athlete there. The football team continues under Coach Heiberger to take positive steps. You guys are right there on the doorstep of making the postseason. I know a little disappointing not to get there, but nonetheless, still a step in the right direction for that program. Wrestling, another great year for you, getting into state, placing there, and then baseball back into the second round of the playoffs. I know didn't end the way you guys wanted it to, but nonetheless, making another run to the playoffs is pretty good for Roseburg there. Wrapping up your senior season, how'd you feel it go? I mean, a lot of accomplishments, but were you happy with how things went athletically?
Well, looking back in my sophomore year, I didn't really think it was real. I really had to sit down and think is this what I want to do? Football season I was out with, injury my freshman year, got really, really sick my sophomore year. Didn't place my freshman year at state for wrestling, but it was just an accomplishment making it. Placed my sophomore year, and then came back my junior year and didn't play, so that was really a disappointment. So coming to my senior year, I knew there was a lot of just minor things, and and getting honorable mention all conference in the outfield. I thought I really worked hard for that, at least second team. But coming to my senior year, I knew there was a lot of things I needed to work on. So between strength training and off-season work and all that stuff, I really just went out and gave it everything I had. I figured this could be the last time I play a lot of these sports, and if any sports. So I went out and just gave it everything I had and laid it all on the line, and had some pretty good results, and so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, definitely a lot to be happy about, and you got a chance to be kind of a go-to guy. Football, I really noticed your leadership out there in the fall and got to see it there. I don't get to see as much of the wrestling with my schedule with basketball, but I'm sure it was the same there. And with baseball, you're a guy out there, and it seems to bleed over here into Doc Stewart. It's a guy that's only on the team for his first year, but you're kind of taking that leadership role. Is it something you've kind of tried to put on yourself throughout this senior year and now into the summer?
Yeah. I like to thank my mom for that, because she's always kind of pushed me into that leadership role just from Little League, and so I've kind of always taken that, and so I'm pretty excited to come in here, sat down with Coach Shaver, and really accepted that leadership role, and we were really looking for a lot of success this summer, and work hard. And our main thing right now is we got you. We're gonna play for a team. This isn't just a bunch of individuals out here. And what I love about us being so I don't want to say young, but just inexperienced at this level right now is everyone wants to learn. We've got a bunch of guys that want to come out here every day, work hard, learn, want to really compete for their spots. And that's great. I feel like that's really what you need in a baseball team, and it's gonna produce. So
looking for you going forward? You've committed to go out to UCC next year, plan to wrestle, it sounds like, and then I know baseball is still a year away, but you're hoping to maybe try and get a chance to play a little ball out there as well. Is that kind of how the future's shaping up for you right now?
Well, yeah. Baseball was. I talked to the UCC wrestling coach after my state tournament, and I was kind of undecided. Didn't really know where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to play baseball in college. Like, that's what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And then I got a phone call from Idaho, and I picked it up, and Coach Jeremiah Robbins is talking to me, and we, talked for a couple minutes, and he's pretty excited to come here. I'm pretty excited to get a chance to play for him. So he's talked to me about playing for him. So I think that's what I'm going to do there. And then I thought, might as well just wrestle. And so I thought first step into all this is just sign with UCC for wrestling. And then, once I think Coach Robbins he's in town now. So we'll get those letters signed for baseball too and see how things go from there.
Cool. Well, hey man, I'm really excited that you're staying close. I've had a lot of fun watching you over this senior season and as well as your junior year a little bit as well. But I really have enjoyed getting a chance to know you a little bit out there on the field, and excited to watch you this summer, but also excited that might get a chance to see you play a little bit beyond this summer here locally as well. So congratulations on everything. It's been a big weekend, and now you get to start out the summer baseball season. So Garrett Russell, thanks so much for the time and good luck this year.
All right. Thank you. Go Docs.
That is Garrett Russell here with our player interview, brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. We'll have game 2 of our doubleheader coming up here in a little bit. Those interviews will be posted with everybody's player bio pages up online at 541radio.com on Doc Central there. Just visit the 1490 The Score homepage and you'll be able to find the interview, or you'll find the player bios there, and we'll post every player's interview on their player bio page throughout the season. We'll come back with game 2 prep as we get ready for the nightcap of today's doubleheader here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyze and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Okay. We're gonna have to push that 2-minute. And we welcome you back here to Legion Field, getting ready for the nightcap of today's contest between the Doc Stewarts and the visiting Mid-Valley SouthPaws. I want to say thanks to Garrett Russell for his time there before the game got started here today, but they're in between games. Happy to have him with us here on the program to talk more about himself and get a chance to learn more about him. Oh, we get ready for game 2 of the afternoon. As we get ready to go, it'll be Jay Stoffel on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. And for Mid-Valley, well, they will have a lineup that has Brendan Bliss leading things off as we take a look here at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. Cooper Pest Control is your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. So starting lineup for Troy Babbitt in the Mid-Valley Southpaws. Brendan Bliss leads things off, followed by Jace Lean playing at second base. Kevin Crowell will play in right field, bat third. Cody Johnson is in left field, batting fourth, followed by Cooper Hartzell at third base, hitting fifth. Adam Rappe is the first baseman. He'll hit sixth. In the seventh spot is Tanner Rice, the DH, hitting for the pitcher, Taylor Holder. Caleb Beach is at shortstop. He'll hit in the eighth spot, and rounding out the starting nine is Bryce Ephraimson, and he is the catcher here for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. That is your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. We'll look around the diamond defensively, brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment here in just a moment. Jay Stoffel will toe the rubber for the Doc Stewarts here in Game 2. Jace from Roseburg High School had a great season for the Indians on the mound, and the righty will face off against the righty Brendan Bliss. He lays down a bunt, first base side. It's picked up by the catcher, and a throw down to first base. Gabe Burke will make the play. I think that caught Brendan Bliss a little off guard. He didn't expect it to stay fair, and he will ground out to lead things off. On the bunt attempt there, one away on the first pitch of the game. And now Jace Lean will stand in. And he'll take the first pitch for ball one. Lean playing at second base here in Game 2. Takes low for a 2-0 count. Lean was the starting pitcher in Game 1. And picked up the win. A 2-0 pitch coming up here for Stoffel. Swing and a miss for Lean, and it'll give him a 2-1 count. Well, folks, I want to let you know that back again this season is our $1,000 no-hitter giveaway. If the Docs pitch a no-hitter at home this season, one lucky fan in the stands will win $1,000 from 1490 The Score and the News Review. Sign up at the souvenir booth before every Doc Stewart's home game. Didn't do it in Game 1, but if they do here in Game 2, you want to make sure your name's down in our souvenir booth. Drop box. 3-1 pitch is outside. That'll be a walk issued by Stoffel with one out. So the no-hitter is still intact, but not the perfect game there. So Jace Lean gets himself on. One on. And one away. It'll be the number 3 hitter, Kevin Crowell, who will stand in. Out of the stretch for Stoffel, he delivers a fastball low and inside. It misses. Crowell hit in the leadoff spot in Game 1. He's batting third here in Game 2. He's playing in right field again. A 1-0 delivery to him. Runner going from first. This one in the air to right field. Could have a chance at a double play. It's caught by Jet Black. The throw back to first. Got him in time. They'll double off. The Southpaws here in the first inning. Jace Lean was running on the play and did not pick up the ball in the air fast enough. And Jet Black able to get it back into the infield in time for the double play. And that'll do it for the Southpaws in the first. They get one man on, but can't do anything with it. No runs on, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Docs looking to try and get their first lead of the season after this here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Back for the bottom of the first. It's a 0-0 ball game after a nice outing in the first inning there for the Doc Stewarts defensively. Got the double play to finish things off. We go to the bottom of the first. We take a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for head coach Scott Shaver in his 11th year and the Dr. Stewarts. Leading things off will be Garrett Russell playing in center field. Following him will be Caden Johnson getting the start here in Game 2 at second base, and then Jonathan Stone, the third hitter, due up here in the first inning. The Docs will face off against the starting pitcher, Taylor Holder, who will miss low for ball one to start out things here against Garrett Russell. Russell with a couple of hits in Game 1, got on base 3 times. Nice start to his Doc Stewarts summer. We'll run through the entire lineup for the Doc Stewarts here in this first. The 1-0 pitch for Garrett. Softly hit, and it's going to be caught at second base. Didn't have enough carry on it as he lines out to the second baseman, Jace Lean, for out number 1. So 1 away, and it'll be Caden Johnson to stand in. Johnson from Roseburg High School playing at second base here. Again, Jonathan Stone will follow him. In the cleanup spot will be Brody Black here today in the DH. At shortstop, Cody Johnson hitting 5th, and the third baseman, Zach Mandera, will bat 5th for the Doc Stewarts as we continue Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. First pitch in the dirt for Caden Johnson. In the 7 hole is Doran Gillespie playing in left field. At catcher, Gabe Burke hitting 8th, and the 9-hitter in right field will be Jet Black for the Doc Stewarts, the DH being utilized for the pitcher, Jace Stoffel. So that is a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. We'll look around the diamond defensively. I know we didn't get that for the Docs in the first inning. As a swing and a miss, we'll give Caden Johnson a 1-1 count. Didn't get the Docs defense in the first inning. We'll do that in the second. But we'll try to get the defensive alignment here for the Mid-Valley Southpaws in the first inning. A pitch too far inside against Caden. Gives him a 2-1 count from Taylor Holder. Looking around the diamond, brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Behind the plate is Bryce Ephraimson. He'll catch one up high to move it to a 3-1 count here for Caden Johnson. Ephraimson behind the plate. Adam Rapay out at first. Jace Lean at second. Caleb Beach at short. And Cooper Hartzell at third. Get you the outfield after the next pitch. A 3-1 delivery. It's a low and outside for ball 4. 1 out walk issued to Caden Johnson. Gets on base his first time up to bat for the Docs this summer. Although it doesn't quite feel like summer at the moment. Jonathan Stone will stand in, looking for his first hit of the season. With a man on at first and 1 away. In the outfield from left to right for this Southpaws squad. In left field, Cody Johnson. It is Brendan Bliss in center and Kevin Kroll in right field. Showing bunt, but now pulling back very early. Stone will take one right down the pipe for strike 1. Caden Johnson at first. Jonathan Stone. A couple of hard hit balls again in the first game of this series. Just happened to smash them right at people. Hit a hard line drive at short and hit a hard ground ball that was picked up at third. He fouls one back almost on that one, just couldn't square it up, and he's got an 0-2 count. There's 1 away, 0-2 count against Jonathan Stone, and on at first base is Caden Johnson. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless ball game. Pitch high and inside up near the hands for Stone. And he's got a 1-2 count. Stone, of course, the biggest guy on the team, always stands out. Listed at 6'7" during the basketball season. And I imagine he is pretty much almost every bit of that. Big guy. He is looking to hit here in the 1-2 pitch. And it gets through on the left side. Running was Johnson. He's going to push for 3. He will get into third base with a head-first slide. Johnson around second. Looked like he hesitated momentarily, but he was able to pick up the ball quickly, and he gets into third. Jonathan Stone with his first hit of the season gets it through on the left side of the infield, and the Docs with their first hit of the ball game have runners on the corners, trying to get their first lead of the season. Caden Johnson running on that pitch. So he had the head start getting to second, was able to get to third because of that. And now Brody Black will try to bring him in with 1 out. First pitch, Black goes right side. That will not squeeze through, but it will bring in the run as the throw in time to get Brody at first. Nice job by Jace Lean at second, getting to that one just in front of the outfield grass. But the ground out for Brody will bring in Caden Johnson, and the Docs will take a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. 2 down now. Almost squeezed it through. That ball just took forever to get through the infield, and Lean was able to get to it and make the play to first in time to get Brody Black. Now that was the second out of the inning, but scoring was Caden Johnson. Up to second goes Jonathan Stone, and now Cody Johnson will hit here with a runner at second base, and the Docs leading 1-0. Almost had a chance to squeeze that one through. It just didn't have enough behind it there for Brody. It just took forever to get through the infield, but it did the job to bring in a run. Going opposite field there, that easily scored Caden from third. So Brody does the job, picks up an RBI in the cleanup spot. Now Cody Johnson trying to get an RBI here and keep the inning going. He'll take a pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. So first lead of the season for the Docs. Time called before the next pitch. Johnson did have an RBI in game 1. Finished 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. The 0-1 pitch to him. Breaking ball low and inside for a 1-1 count. Zach Mandera looking for his first at-bat of the season, waiting on deck. Pitched in game 1, unfortunately took the loss, and on the mound, Coach Scott Shaver likes the DH for his pitchers, so that's why Zach did not hit. The 1-1 pitch. Johnson, it was inside off the glove for the catcher, Ephraimson, and up to third base will go Stone on the pass ball. And it goes to 2-1 for Johnson, and he's got a man 90 feet from home looking to try and make it a 2-0 game in favor of the Doc Stewarts. On the mound, Taylor Holder looking to try and get out of it here with 2 outs. The 2-1 is fouled away down the right field side and out of play. Judging by the reaction and the sounds that I think I heard there, that might have hit somebody's car. Let's hope it's not mine. 2-2 delivery here, trying to get out of it. Holder fires in. It's a jam shot back to the mound for Johnson, and that will finish things off as Holder fields it and jogs it over to first base before flipping to Adam Rapay at the bag. Docs get 1 here in the first inning, 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors for the Southpaws, and 1 man left on base. Docs lead 1-0, their first lead of the season. Come back with the second inning on this here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Lewis County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
It's cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Top of the second inning. Doc Stewart's baseball here on the score is brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Doc Stewart's lead 1-0 thanks to a RBI ground out by Brody Black. That scored Caden Johnson, who reached on a walk with one out, and the Doc Stewart's able to take the early lead against the Mid-Valley Southpaws. Jay Stoffel on the mound looking to try and keep it that way. He faced the minimum in the first, gave up a walk but a double play. Kept the Doc Stewart's a short defensive first inning. And now they will look to try and make it another short one here in the second. First pitch in the dirt for Stoffel as he faces off against the four-hitter. That is Cody Johnson. Johnson in left field for the Southpaws. He'll take a fastball outside for ball two. 2-0 count now for Johnson. Stoffel he can be a strikeout guy. None yet in this ball game. As a swing and a miss on an off speed there for Johnson. And it's a 2-1 count. We've got Johnson, Hartzell, and Rapay due up here in this second inning. Ground ball right side. In front of it, Caden Johnson will field and throws over to Jonathan Stone at first base for out number one. One down. Nice job. Nice job there by Jay Stoffel to fight his way back after falling behind 2-0 in the count. Up next, it's Cooper Hartzell, left-hander. Plays at third base. First pitch to him is called for a strike. Waiting on deck, Adam Rapay, the first baseman. Nobody on. One away. The 0-1 delivery from Stoffel is called for a strike, and spinning out of the way on that one was Hartzell. He thought it was going to be inside for possibly one that he could wear, and catches the inside of the strike zone. Just misses with the payoff pitch, and it'll go 1-2 here for Stoffel. Nobody on. One away. Fouls one off. That one into the stands. Over to the home dugout for the Doc Stewarts down that third base line. 1-2 count for Cooper Hartzell, the third baseman. Fouls off another one. Stays on the 1-2 count. Nobody on base with one away here in the top of the second. 1-0 score in favor of the Doc Stewarts. Out of the windup for Stoffel. Misses low, and it goes 2-2. Well, the weather, not great right now. I think it might be, my guess is probably not drizzling that much. If it is, there's plenty of people out in the open areas. There's a 2-2 pitch. Just misses, goes full. 64 degrees here in Roseburg, overcast skies. We're hoping that the rains hold off for the rest of the evening. Tomorrow when the Docs play, going to be back up into nearly the 80s. Full count pitch. It's hit left side, and it'll get by Mandera at third into left field. And that'll be your first hit of the ball game for the Mid-Valley Southpaws. And there goes our $1,000 giveaway. No-hitter here in the second game of the doubleheader. But don't forget, sign up here when you're at home for home games for the Doc Stewarts. Get signed up. That's your only way to win. And if Doc Stewart's, it doesn't have to just be one pitcher. If the Doc Stewart's as a team throw a no-hitter, we'll give away $1,000 thanks to 1490 The Score and the News Review. So Cooper Hartzell lines one to left field. Zach Mandera just couldn't quite get there in time. It whizzed right by him. Out the door and Gillespie in left. And one man on with one away, and Adam Rapay will stand in. And the Docs will look for a double play option here. Our weather update there brought to you by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. First pitch, a strike called against Adam Rapay. Rapay, a name that we've known for a long time with this Mid-Valley squad. Didn't play in Game 1. He gets a chance to play here in Game 2 over at first base. Stoffel steps off the mound. Oh, 0-1 delivery here for Stoffel. It's in the dirt. Blocked it was Gabe Burke, but it rolls up the first base line, and into second base goes Hartzell. A wild pitch there for Stoffel will move a runner up into scoring position. A 1-1 count for Rapay at the dish. One away. There goes your automatic double play opportunity for the Docs infield. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball towards short, charging in. Johnson will throw over to first. He gets the out there, but that could have been a possible double play ball if not for the wild pitch. Up to third base goes Hartzell. 6-3 the put out for Rapay. 2 down. A man 90 feet from home for the Southpaws, but they've got 2 outs, and it'll be up to Tanner Rice, the DH, the lefty, to try and drive in a run. It'll foul off the first pitch. It'll get out of the stadium into the parking lot. Tanner Rice, a big boy at the plate there. He looks like a dangerous hitter. Played at first in Game 1, DHing here in Game 2. The 0-1 pitch he takes for strike 2. And Stoffel ahead here with a man on at third and 2 outs. He needs just one more strike. The 0-2 pitch. Got him to foul it off on an off-speed pitch well in front of that one. Rice just getting enough of it to stay alive. The 0-2 count against the DH in the 8th spot. Man on at third, looking to tie the game is Mid-Valley. The payoff pitch just outside, couldn't get him to chase after it. A 1-2 count now for Rice. Waiting on deck, the shortstop, Caleb Beach. Proven to be a very adequate defender at short. Charging in, Johnson will get the ball at short, and he fires across the diamond to keep it a 1-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts. The final out made there. Mid-Valley threatens, but they cannot capitalize with a man on at third base. No runs on one hit, no Doc Stewart errors, and one man left on. It's a 1-0 lead for the Docs as we head to the bottom of the second inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Bottom of the second inning brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. 1-0 lead in favor of the Doc Stewarts. Both teams with a hit so far in the ball game. Taylor Holder on the mound. He'll face Zach Mandera, who fouls off the first pitch. Zach, again, unfortunately took the loss in game 1 of our doubleheader. On the mound, he didn't hit, so this will be his first at-bats of the season with the Doc Stewarts. With the Roseburg Indians during the spring, he batted .250. Last summer with the Docs, hit .181 here with the AAA club. 0-1 pitch. Strike called on the inside corner on what looked to be a breaking ball. And Zach finds himself down 0-2. Rain's picking up just a little bit here. Again, the weather report brought to you by Supercut. It's starting to be more than a drizzle. It's starting to rain. Some folks heading to the cover behind, and pitch high and inside from Taylor Holder, and that got Zach Mandera in the back of the helmet. Couldn't duck out of the way in time. Coach Scott Shaver will jog in to check on Zach. He didn't go to the turf. Seems like he's probably thinking he's okay, but obviously you got to be careful when it comes to the head and the noggin. And he will get a round of applause as he heads on down to first. Well, that wasn't the way the Mandera was hoping his first at-bat of the summer would go. He gets beamed in the head. Doc Stewart's batters have been hit 3 times so far this afternoon against the pitching staffs from Mid-Valley. 1 on and nobody out. Doran Gillespie will get his first at-bat of this season. Didn't play in Game 1, getting a chance to show off here in Game 2. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Gillespie had a nice start to his season with the Roseburg Indians during the spring. He's got an 0-1 count here. Gillespie batted .284 for Roseburg as he sends this one out into the grass parking lot for foul ball number 2. Strike 2, I guess. Gillespie, again, .284 batting during the spring with the Roseburg Indians. Started out really strong, kind of tailed off a little bit, but still .284, not a bad season for him as a sophomore with the varsity team at Roseburg. Does not chase high, and he'll hold back for an 0-2 count. So he's got a 1-2 count going here against Taylor Holder, who beamed Zach Mandera to start out here at the bottom of the second. Roseburg leading 1-0. Zach running, swinging at the plate. Gillespie fouls one down the third base side to stay alive. So back to first base will go Mandera. Taylor Holder on the mound. Gets the start, his second inning here. He was a second-team All-State selection from Crescent Valley. He just wrapped up his sophomore year at Crescent Valley, so a youngster on the Mid-Valley side as well. The 1-2 delivery is outside. It goes all the way to the backstop, and up to second base will go Mandera. Behind the plate, Ephraimson couldn't get to that one on the outside half of the plate. Goes through the left-handed batter's box. And lost a handle on that one. Wild pitch moves Mandera into scoring position. At the plate, it's a 2-2 count for Doran Gillespie. And a look back to second here for Holder. Rains have let up slightly, but it does still seem to be precipitating just a little bit here at Legion Field this evening. Definitely feels like it should be or could be. 2-2 delivery for Gillespie. And he's going to... Holder was looking to throw to second, but nobody was there. And so he was able to hold on to the baseball. It's a good thing that he did look before he threw. Otherwise, that one's sailing into center field, and Mandera's easily up to third, if not further. 2-2 count, still waiting for the next pitch at the plate is Gillespie. The delivery, fastball, comebacker to the mound, and the throw will go to first. The pitcher never looked at the runner. Holder just easily went to first with it. He gets Gillespie, but Mandera was caught in no man's land. Could have been an out with the lead runner there. Never looking at the runner. Holder throws to first and caught in no man's land. Mandera froze, but then seeing that the throw was going away from him, he takes third base. And so 90 feet from home for the Doc Stewarts with one out, and it'll be up to Gabe Burke, who stands in for the first time this season to try and drive home a run, and he'll take low for ball one. Gabe Burke from Douglas High School catching today for the Docs, his first game of the season. Didn't play Legion ball last year, and he stands in here in a big moment. He'll swing through for a 1-1 count. Gabe earned second-team All-League honors as a catcher for the Douglas Trojans during the spring. He also played football there at Douglas High School. Again, he is the twin brother of Noah Burke, who pitched in Game 1. He is the younger of the two as he swings and misses for strike two. No, they are not identical, but oh my goodness, are they very close. Not identical twins, but it is pretty darn close. Check out 541radio.com, Doc Central on the 1490 The Score homepage there to see the pictures of them. Man, yeah, they look a lot alike. 1-2, it's in the dirt. It gets away. Mandera, couldn't read it. Didn't get a good look at where that ball was going, and so he couldn't break from third. I think if he had gone immediately, he would have scored. But Ephraimson either deked him or blocked out how far the ball was getting away, and Mandera at third couldn't decipher whether or not that was a ball that got away enough for him to be able to score. So he stays at third. One away, the 2-2 pitch for Burke, and he swings and misses in a big moment for a strikeout. First punch out of the game for Taylor Holder. 2 down. And it'll be up to Jet Black to try and bring in a run and see if they can add to this 1-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts here in the bottom of the second. Doc's on top of Mid-Valley, looking to move to 500 on the season after losing Game 1 12-7. Jet Black in, first pitch, and it did get a piece of him. Second hit batter here in the second inning for Taylor Holder, and Jet Black will head on down to first.
Next batter for the Doc Stewarts, center fielder number 1, Garrett Russell.
And back to the top of the lineup, you get one of the hottest hitters here to start out the season for the Docs. Garrett Russell to stand in, looking for an RBI possibility here. Russell did not have an RBI in Game 1, so why not get one here in Game 2? Just one hit on the board for both teams. 1-0 the score as time called at the plate. Bottom of the second inning, Doc Stewart's baseball here on 1490 The Score and streaming online at 541radio.com. First pitch of the at-bat out of the stretch, delivering in, and it's fouled back. Strike one against Garrett. Docs have had runners in scoring position in the first and second innings. Starting to feel like it's cooling off here at the ballpark. The 0-1, runner going from first. It bounces away at the plate, easily into second base. Will go Jet. I don't think they were really going to get much of a throw on him anyways. So Jet Black into scoring position. Could be big if Garrett can get a ball in play. A wild pitch, not a stolen base for Jet. 1-1 count at the plate for Garrett Russell. Holder on the mound. There was an arm thrown in the bullpen for Mid-Valley as a pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike here against Garrett. So Mid-Valley could be looking to make a move if things do not improve here for Taylor Holder. Still early, kind of believe that they were going through their pitchers like they wanted to in Game 1, especially they had a nice lead to work with. Everybody's trying to still familiarize themselves with what they have on their roster as a pitch high. And Garrett is well ahead in the at-bat. 3-1 is the count. So you might see some moves. It may not be the traditional decisions to make, moves to make for teams, but they want to do it just so they can see what guys have. 3-1 pitch for Garrett. Ooh, he takes a breaking ball for a called strike. That breaking ball froze him. But with the 3-1 count, you can kind of be a bit selective and look for a pitch you really want to hit. But now with 3-2, you can't be quite as selective. A walk would load the bases here with 2 outs. The full count pitch from Holder. Ground ball right side. Lean will not be able to field it underneath the glove. 1 run in. They'll hold Black at third. Jet will stay there. It's an RBI single for Garrett Russell. And he continues his hot start for this Doc Stewart's team. Picks up his first RBI of the year. His first hit here in Game 2. And the Docs are on top 2-0 with runners on the corners and 2 away in the bottom of the second. Zach Mandera scores from third. From second, Jet Black goes to third. And on at first base is Garrett Russell. He's got great speed there. That was one of those ones for Jace Lean at second that just kept tailing away from him. As a strike called at the plate, no throw to second as Russell will get in. It'll look like a late slide for him out there, but he does get in safely. Called strike at the plate against Caden Johnson, who walked in the first inning and scored a run to give the Docs the early lead. 0-1 delivery, Johnson fouls it off. And he's quickly to an 0-2 count. Docs in front 2-0, looking to go to 1-1 on the year, although still very early in this 7-inning contest. Mid-Valley looking to try and get to 1 game under 500. They sit at 1-3 so far as a pitch high and inside from Holder. He misses on the 0-2 pitch. One-two delivery coming up with 2 down and 2 in scoring position for Johnson. He hits it up the middle, snagged it out of the air. Holder will underhand toss to first for the final out. Well, that is back-to-back innings that a Johnson has grounded back to the mound for the final out. Kind of odd. But the Docs do add another run. They're on top 2-0 as they lead heading to the top of the third. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors for the Southpaws, and the Docs leave 2 runners on base. Top of the third inning coming up next. You're listening to Doc Stewart's Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
It's a 2-0 lead for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts as we begin the third inning. Jay Stoffel still on the mound for the Docs. This half inning brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. First pitch from Stoffel is in for a strike as he faces off against the 8-9-1 hitters. Caleb Beach, the left-handed hitting shortstop, stands in with the 0-1 count. Stoffel out of the windup, misses outside, evens it up. Stoffel so far, 1 hit allowed. He's allowed a base runner in each inning, but he is not allowed a run. Just 2 hits for the Doc Stewarts through the first 2 innings as well. Not a lot of offense so far, but the Docs leading 2-0 as a pitch down low, misses, and it'll go 2-1. Rain's picking up a little bit more again here at Legion Field. An arm warming up in the bullpen for Mid-Valley. Stoffel, 2-1 delivery. Outside goes 3-1. Righty down there throwing. So pitch misses again, and it'll be a walk, 5-pitch walk for Jay Stoffel. So he puts a man on to lead things off here in the third inning with his team up 2-0. It looks like, I believe that is Evan Cyrus down there throwing in the bullpen for Mid-Valley. One on, nobody out. Bryce Ephraimson will stand in. His first at-bat of the afternoon. We're now into the evening, though. Did not play in Game 1. He'll get a chance to hit here in Game 2. Ephraimson coming from South Albany High School, graduating here in 2018. He takes a pitch low for ball 1. Stoffel this season, a great pitcher on the mound for the Roseburg Indians baseball team. Went 5-1, started 6 games. Breaking ball misses low, and he's behind 2-0 here against the 9-hitter Ephraimson. He went 5-1, pitched in 9 games total, started 6, threw 43 innings for the Indians, had a team best 1.3 ERA, 46 strikeouts, 16 walks, 1 hit batter. Gets a foul ball out of Ephraimson to move it to a 2-1 count. So far in this ball game, no strikeouts for Stoffel, and he's walked 2 batters, so hasn't hit the numbers that he was hitting in the high school season with the Indians. 2-1 pitch, pitches low, and it goes 3-1, and he's in danger of walking the first 2 batters here in the third inning at the bottom of the lineup. Guys with jackets on and hoodies on down in the Doc Stewart's dugout down to our left from behind home. 3-1 pitch in the air, well struck out towards center. Going back is Russell. He'll make the catch. Back to first base will go Beach. 1 away. Russell doing a nice job of tracking that high, deep fly ball down in center field. 1 away, back to the top of the lineup now for Mid-Valley. Brendan Bliss will lead things off. He tried to lay down a bunt. His runner going, swing and a miss, throw down to second. It will get away from Johnson, but gets away from Cody Johnson and trickles to Caden Johnson backing up the play. In safely will go Caleb Beach with the steal. At the plate, it was a strike against Brendan Bliss. He's got a man in scoring position now. The 0-1, chopper up the middle. It goes to short. Johnson with it. And over to Stone for the out, 2 down. Moving up to third base goes Beach. And once again, Mid-Valley will hit with a man on at third base. They did it in the second inning, couldn't bring him around. They'll do so again here in the third, see if Jace Lean can bring in a run. The first pitch to him is low for ball 1. Lean walked in the first inning. He'll take a breaking ball for ball 2. Doc's leading 2-0 here as we're in the top of the third inning. First leads of the season for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. They trailed all the way in Game 1, losing 12-7. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss for Lean. And he finds himself with a 2-1 count. Walked in the first inning, but then was doubled off at first after a fly ball to right field. He was stealing on the play and just didn't get a chance to recover as he takes in the dirt, 3-1. Stoffel on the mound trying to work out of what has been a little bit more erratic inning for him. Walking 1 and almost getting to a point where he's walked a couple more. He's at a 3-1 count here against Jace Lean trying to recover. The 3-1 pitch is low for ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Third walk of the game for Jace. And runners on the corners now for Mid-Valley. Could be a big inning brewing for them unless the Docs can get the final out here as Kevin Crowell will stand in. Doc Stewart's wearing their orange tops here today at home. Doc Stewart's across the front in white, numbers in white on the back. Red tops for Mid-Valley, numbers in black, dark navy, outlined in white on the front and back for them as well as a swing and a miss for Kevin Kroll for strike one. The uniform description is always brought to you by Hammer Sport, Douglas County's hottest custom sportswear store for custom team jerseys, hats, and more. Find them in downtown Roseburg on Jackson Street. You can also visit their Facebook page for more details about them. 0-1 delivery coming up here. Breaking ball for a strike. No throw down to second base. In safely will go Jay Saline. 0-2 count at the plate for Kevin Kroll. The 0-2 is fouled off. Stoffel going with that breaking ball in the last couple of pitches, and it has gotten Kevin Kroll just a little off kilter. The strike two pitch he had gotten frozen on the last one there that he fouls off to stay alive. He was whiffing at it, trying to make contact. The 0-2 fastball goes towards short, backhanded by Johnson, has to make the throw across the diamond in there in time. Yes! And the Indians will get out of it. Troy Babbitt's going to head across the diamond to go have a word about that call. He was not happy about the call at first base, and he is up in front of the umpire out there. I don't think he's going to get an overturn. He may be careful. He may get a toss out of this one. That was a bang-bang play at first. You got the long legs of Jonathan Stone helping out. Had to reach up to get to that one. Johnson across the diamond for the final out, and the Docs will keep it a scoreless game for Mid-Valley. 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. Docs in front here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Number 4, Evan Cyrus.
Back for the bottom of the third inning. The Doc Stewarts will face a new pitcher as we've got our first Shelby and Migulana construction call to the pin for the Mid-Valley Southpaws here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. It'll be Evan Cyrus on the mound to pitch. He will face Jonathan Stone to lead things off. First pitch for Stone is in the dirt for ball one. Looks like, I believe, a straight switch here for the pitchers. Holder, I think, comes out of the game, and in is Evan Cyrus. Pitch just misses off the plate for a 2-0 count now against Jonathan Stone. So Holder comes out after 2 innings worked, and Cyrus will take over. Again, a lot of times at this point of the season, teams are just looking to try and figure out what they have on the roster. So you'll see more designated movements with the pitching staff. Guys are kind of on a target of trying to throw as many innings and then move on to the next guy to see what he has, and they just want to test guys out. There's a 3-0 pitch here for Stone. He takes inside for ball 4, and he will draw the leadoff walk. So Evan Cyrus in his first inning of work First batter he faces, he issues a walk. Docs leading 2-0 as we start the bottom of the third inning. Second walk of the game for the Mid-Valley pitching staff. Stone on at first. Up to bat will be Brody Black, who had an RBI ground out in the first inning. He'll hit this one foul territory, third base side. Gives him an 0-1 count. So Taylor Holder, 2 innings worked. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He would be on hook for the loss at the moment. Although still very early and not a wide open game. Runner going, the 0-1. Bobbled after the catch at the plate. Couldn't get a chance to throw down to second for Ephraimson. In safely will go Stone. And that pitch misses inside. I thought the umpire was maybe going to give it a strike call. 1-1 count for Black at the plate. Man in scoring position for the Doc Stewarts with nobody out. Brody looking for his first hit of the season. Did not play in game 1, but gets a chance to DH here in game 2. Does have an RBI already, so at least he's got that going, but looking for his first hit. Wants to get into that hit column. The 1-1 pitch. It's off the end of the bat, a little roller towards the third base side. Fielded, throw to first. They'll get it there in time to get Brody up to third base. Will go Stone. Only play to be made was to first. Brody, he's not slow, but he's not the fleetest of foot. Get a guy like Garrett Russell, and maybe you've got a chance to get on base with that one. Off the end of the bat, one of those little nubbers. And it catches everybody off guard because you don't expect something like that. And so then nobody's in position to field for it. But they get Brody out at first. 1 away. Cody Johnson will hit with Jonathan Stone at third base. Pitch is low for ball 1. Johnson looking to pick up an RBI here. He'd had 1 in game 1. He swings through it for strike 1. Things are getting a little bit damp out there, maybe a little slick. And granted, at the plate, can't imagine that the hitter's box is all that loose in there, but the precipitation has wetted down the infield dirt, that's for sure. The 1-1 is low. 2-1 count now. Two-one pitch coming up for Cody Johnson. Looking to drive in Stone. The ball gets through it short. Caleb Beach came in, and it goes underneath his glove. They were playing with the infield in, and he wasn't able to get to it. And the Docs will add another run now. 3-0 is the score here in the third inning. Docs have scored in every inning so far. On at first base is Cody Johnson after the error there at short. Wish I could give him a hit, but do not. That was a playable ball there at shortstop for Caleb Beach, and he just couldn't make the play. Zach Mandera will hit here. He was beamed in the helmet last time up. Throw over to first base. Johnson back in safely. Docs with 2 runs. They've got Docs with 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error for Mid-Valley. Mid-Valley being held to no runs on 1 hit so far. No errors in the game for the Dr. Stewarts. Throw back over to first. Johnson in safely as the ball was off the glove of Rapay and then landed and just sat on Cody's back. The pitch to Mandera, first pitch of the at-bat. Seems like he's been up there for a while. Finally gets his first pitch of the at-bat, and it's a 1-0 count. A couple of throws over to first to check on Johnson. Zach fouls one back. He liked that pitch. Looked like it had some movement on it from Cyrus. Evan Cyrus, the new pitcher into the game after the call to the pen, brought to you by Shelby and Migulanda Construction. Visit their website, webuildhouses.com. Runner going, no, not. Throw it down to first. Not quite there in time. In fact, losing the baseball was Rapay underneath Cody Johnson, but he slapped, if he had held onto the ball and tagged down in the right location, he slapped down to try and make the tag and ended up hitting the base instead of slapping just in front of it. They might have been able to get Johnson there, but not quite. 2-1 count at the plate for Zach Mandera. He hits this one in the air out towards center. It's not very hard hit. Diving for it, it gets by. Couldn't get to it, was Bliss. Into second base will go Johnson. He had to hold to make sure it got down. It does. Base hit there for Zach Mandera, his first of the season. A dive attempt by Brendan Bliss just couldn't quite get there in time, and the Docs will have runners at first and second with one away. 1 run in already here in this third inning. Just a soft line drive there for Mandera for his first hit of the year. Johnson at second, Mandera at first, Doran Gillespie at the plate, and the first pitch low for ball 1. 3-0 the score here. Doc Stewart's Baseball brought to you by Travel Leaders Flyaway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts. Now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. The 1-0 pitch misses low for a 2-0 count. Gillespie in his first at-bat of the game grounded back to the mound for the first out of the second inning. Hits here with runners at first and second, 1 away, and his team already with 1 run in here in the third. The 2-0 pitch, ground ball towards short. They go to third for the force out there, and no throw across the diamond. So they get the lead runner. It was a force out. Cody Johnson had no option with the ground ball the way it was. If there was nobody behind him, you would have liked to have seen him freeze in that position with the ground ball in front of him. But since it was a force play, he had to go. And making a nice move, Caleb Beach able to get the out on the lead runner. So 2 down now, runner still at second and first, and up to bat, Gabe Burke will look to connect on his first hit after a strikeout in the first inning, or excuse me, back in the second. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. On the mound, Cyrus looks to second, delivers in, and it's a swing and a miss out of Burke. 1-1 count here against the Doc Stewart's catcher. A 1-1 delivery inside and misses 2-1. Mandera's out at second base. Doran Gillespie on at first. 3-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts here in the bottom of the third. They've scored a run in every inning so far. Gabe Burke trying to see if they could put a crooked number up on the board. He'll take a pitch high and ended up inside, and he goes to a 3-1 count. Docs will be back to action here tomorrow at Legion Field. They are taking on a team from Grants Pass. Don't know much about them because it's not the Legion team, the Nuggets. It's going to be a high school team. The 3-1 fouled away for strike 2 for Gabe Burke. Three balls, 2 strikes here against Gabe. Cyrus on the mound, delivers. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gabe Burke in his 2 at-bats. That'll wrap things up here in the third inning, but the Docs add another one. Lead 3-0 on top of the Mid-Valley Southpaws. 1 run on one hit. There was one error in the frame for the Southpaws, and the Doc Stewarts leave 2 men on base. Head to the top of the 4th inning, 3-0 Roseburg in front of the Mid-Valley Southpaws here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Still lightly raining here at Legion Field as we make our way through Game 2. I'm kind of surprised they haven't flipped on the lights yet here at Legion Field. Starting to get a little dark out there as we make our ways almost here till 7 o'clock. It's actually quite surprising that we can still see as well as we are with no lights this late in the day on what has been a gloomy gray day here in Roseburg. Getting ready for the top of the 4th inning for Mid-Valley. It'll be Cody Johnson, Cooper Hartzell, and Adam Rapay due up against Jay Stoffel on for his 4th inning of work. His team has given him a 3-0 lead to work with. This half inning brought to you by Clinton Newell Auto Group, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer. Rains have definitely started coming down a bit. It's been fairly consistent as the ball fouled back on the first pitch for Cody Johnson, the left fielder for Mid-Valley. I know it's confusing. 2 Cody Johnsons in a single game. 0-1 pitch from Stoffel is fouled back again, and it's an 0-2 count quickly for Johnson. Oh-2 count. Stoffel looking for a quick one here to lead things off in the 4th. Strike 3, got him looking. First punch out of the game for Jay Stoffel. Cody Johnson goes down, and that is another Joe's Towing strikeout. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals. 1 away. Nobody on base. Cooper Hartzell, the lefty, will stand in. First pitch high, and it backs him up off the plate. So the Docs will be back at home tomorrow against Grants Pass. It's a high school team. It's kind of a single-A level team. It's kind of like if they were to play the Pepsi Bottle Caps. Just trying to get games in here early on. As a 1-0 pitch low, goes 2-0 against Hartzell. Trying to get games in. I think, in fact, it was Aaron Yost from the News Review who was telling me he looked back at it, and if he thinks that during the 2010 season when they made the run to the World Series, the Docs actually played quite a few games against those single-A level teams. As a pitch misses low and outside, it goes to a 3-0 count for Jay Stoffel against Cooper Hartzell. 3-0 pitch outside for ball 4, 4-pitch walk, and that's another one for Jace. It's 4 total in the ball game. Man on with 1 away. And it'll be Adam Rapay, the first baseman, to stand in. He is 0 for 1 in the game with a ground out to short. So you might see that and think, well, why are they playing a team at a lower level? It's just right now it's just about getting games in here early on in the season and letting guys get the repetition and let the coaches get a chance to see you out there on the field. As a pitch for Stoffel is low, and it'll go to a 1-0 count. Rains just continue to be light but consistent as we make our way through this one. Again, surprised the lights have not come on. Strike on the inside corner for Stoffel against Rapay. Saw somebody down there milling around from where I think the lights get turned on, and was thinking that might be happening, but it doesn't look like it. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball froze him. That one was a beautiful pitch. Called strike 2 for Stoffel. That broke off, and Rapé was thinking it was coming high and inside, and his knees were buckling. 1-2 count, looking for another payoff pitch here for Stoffel. The 1-2 goes to the fastball, and fouling it off, staying alive. Rapé stays with the 1-2 count. Most of the Docs players are in the dugout, down on the bench, staying out of the rain. One player up on the railing, Kyler Leichner. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball, left side, gets through into left field. Zach Mandera couldn't get to it, and sneaking it through, Adam Rapé will get on with his first hit here in Game 2. Up to second base goes Hartzell, and 2 on with 1 away.
Next back to the SouthPaws, designated hitter number 20, Tanner Rice.
He'll go to Tanner Rice, the DH, lefty. Grounded out to short. Grounded out to short his last time up. It was a nice play from deep in the hole by Cody Johnson, getting Rice, who's a bigger guy, slower down the line. They look to try and turn a double play here. A ground ball to short might give him a good opportunity. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Not knowing much about Tanner Rice, who comes from West Albany High School, graduating here in 2018. Don't know much about him, but he's got the look of a big hitter. Batting in the 7 spot. He's got a 1-0 count. Hits a sharp one into left field. It'll get out there to Gillespie. He mishandles it. They're going to send the runner. Gillespie throwing to the plate. The throw's offline. Otherwise, they might have had a chance. But Rice, a single there. And then Hartzell scores on the throw. Gillespie just couldn't quite field it cleanly out in left field, and that allows a run to come in. So first run against Jay Stoffel in the ballgame. He's given up back-to-back hits, also a walk to lead that all off, and so the Southpaws getting in against Jace here in the 4th inning. It's a 2-run game, 3-1 the score now. First pitch, a breaking ball to the lefty, Caleb Beach. It freezes him for strike 1. Oh, 1 delivery to Beach. Outside. I think that's going to have to end up being an error on Gillespie the more I think about it. Didn't field it cleanly, and on that, Hartzell was able to score. So an unearned run for Jace. That pitch in the dirt gets by. Gabe Burke goes to the backstop, and the runners go up 2 bases. 2-1 count now for Caleb Beach, and 2 runners in scoring position. So the game-tying run out at second base in the form of Tanner Rice. The 2-1 for Caleb Beach. He takes that one for strike 2. He knew he wanted to go after it got by, but didn't make the decision soon enough. I think he knew as soon as it was in the glove that it was strike 2. 2-2 pitch, 1 away, 2 in scoring position. Bounces in, dribbles up the third base line. Nice job by Burke behind the plate to knock it down and stay with it. Full count now for Caleb Beach against Jay Stoffel, and an arm thrown in the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts. It is Cade Meisner getting a chance to get loose. 1 run in so far here in the top of the 4th. It's a 3-1 ball game in favor of the Docs. They're trying to keep it that way, and a walk has been issued. Walk has been a little bit tough for Jay Stoffel. He's now issued 2 walks to Caleb Beach. That is his 2nd walk here in this frame, and it's his 5th walk total in the ballgame. He had 2 in the 3rd, 2 now here in the 4th. And he had one in the first inning, and now out will come pitching coach Tom Nielsen to have a conversation before the 9-hitter Bryce Ephraimson is scheduled to hit. He is out there talking with Coach Troy Babbitt, who also now has with him the runner at third base, Adam Rapay. 3-1 is the score here in the fourth inning. 2 hits, 2 walks against Jace Stoffel after he got a strikeout against Cody Johnson to start out the fourth inning. Walk, hit, walk. And the Mid-Valley Southpaws have been able to get a run on the board. Might end up being a earned run after all for Jace, seeing how things have continued to play out in this frame. Even if the error hadn't happened, they probably would have been able to get one in. Actually, yes, that would have been a RBI for Caleb Beach with the bases loaded on that walk. So, first pitch, a strike on the outside corner against Ephraimson. Bryce flew out to center field in the third inning. A fly ball out there this time would likely bring in a run on a sacrifice fly. The Docs looking for a ground ball here, or a punch out would work as a swing and a miss. We'll make it an 0-2 count here for the catcher, Bryce Ephraimson. A very awkward last name. Doesn't roll off the tongue. The 0-2 delivery, it's in the dirt. It'll go to a 1-2 count. Doc Stewart's Baseball today brought to you by our friends at Oregon Coach Crafters, the best care in RV services and repair. 1-2 delivery. Fastball's low. Bases are loaded, nowhere to put him. It's a 2-2 count here for Stoffel. Meisner getting loose. He could be ready to come in soon if things go a little sideways here for Jace. 2-2 delivery, looking for a punch out. Breaking ball fouled off. Two-two delivery coming up once again for Stoffel with the bases loaded and one away. And he almost hit him. That would have brought in a run. But ducking out of the way, Ephraimson didn't wear it. The breaking ball did not snap off the way that Stoffel wanted. And it's now a full count. 3-2 pitch for Jace. And he's in the dirt for ball 4. That'll bring in a run. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Doc still in front by 1. But the fourth inning has not been kind to Jace Stoffel. 3 walks and 2 singles here in this fourth. And Mid-Valley has found their way back into this one. And that might just be it for Jace Stoffel here tonight. Scott Shaver out to the mound. He'll take the baseball from Jace, who had a great start to the ball game. Falls apart a little bit for him here in the fourth inning. And we'll have a call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction. Back after this 60-second break, you're listening to Doc Stewart's Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
It's a call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhomes.com. Actually, it's WeBuildHouses.com. Jay Stoffel comes out of the game. Bases loaded with one away here in the top of the fourth inning. It's a 3-2 score in favor of the Doc Stewarts. And taking over on the mound will be Sky M League Pitcher of the Year, Cade Meisner. Meisner comes in an unenviable position. Bases loaded with just one out. And the game-tying run on at third base. Stoffel went 3 in the third innings, gave up 3 hits, 6 walks, and 1 strikeout. Right now he's credited with 2 runs, but he'd be given credit to any of the runs that are currently on base. So Stoffel comes out, and the first pitch from Meisner misses low and outside as he faces the top of the order here. Brendan Bliss standing in. Ground ball chopper foul down the third base side. Evens it up at a 1-1 count here for Bliss, who is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He is grounded out twice. Ground ball here would be a good opportunity for a double play ball for the Docs. Pitch misses low and outside. It goes 2-1. Meisner, a right-hander. Big, strong-looking type kid. Played quarterback for the football team. The 2-1, ground ball chopper foul. That one might have hit off of the batter, Brendan Bliss, as it trickled foul down the third base side. It does continue to sprinkle here at Legion Field. The infield dirt besides the mound seems to be damp, as it's darkened a little bit. The 2-2 pitch from Meisner. That one in the air. That'll probably bring in the game-tying run. Garrett Russell back underneath it. He'll make the catch. Throws in. He's throwing to third. It's cut off by Johnson. No play to be made, and the game is tied. Brendan Bliss will tie the ball game up on a sacrifice fly to center field. 2 down. And we've got our game all knotted up at 3. That'll be the third run credited to Jay Stoffel. First pitch to the lefty. No, excuse me. It is not Jace Lean. It's a new batter in. Oh, no. It is Jace Lean. He maybe had been batting left-handed the whole time. I feel like I would have noticed that. A 1-0 pitch to him. Inside and misses to 2-0 count. Runners at second and third. Tie ball game. Two-0 count. It goes to 3-0 as another pitch down in the dirt for Meisner, and he has fallen behind. First base is open. Walk doesn't necessarily hurt you, but don't want to keep putting guys on with the free pass. The 3-0 is outside for ball 4. Lean will draw his third walk of the game. That is now the 7th walk issued by a Doc Stewart's pitcher. 6 for Jace Lean, now 1 for Cade Meisner. Mid-Valley has fought their way back in to tie things up here in the 4th inning. 3-3 ball game. Meisner with 2 outs looking to finish this off. Ground ball towards third. It's picked up by Mandera. All he's got to do is tag the runner or touch the base. He will tag the runner, and that'll wrap it up. So Kevin Kroll will, fielder's choice, finish the inning out. But 3 runs come across. The walk, not the friend of the Doc Stewarts here in the 4th inning. 3-3 ball game. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's all knotted up here on CBS Sports Radio, 14-9 of the score.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
2 base hits, 1 Doc Stewart's error with 3 runners left on base.
Head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Doc Stewart's now looking to regain the lead after giving it up in the top of the 4th inning. Tonight's ball game is brought to you by Dr. Lanson Randall. For new patients, mention the code PERFECTSMILE and receive a free exam and x-rays. Still going to be Evan Cyrus on the mound for Mid-Valley. He came in the 3rd inning, gave up a run on 1 hit. There was an error that frame, but he was able to strand 2 runners on base for the Doc Stewarts. Docs will look to Jet Black to try and start things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lights starting to warm up here at the field. I'm surprised it's taken this long to turn them on. The first pitch to Jet is in the air out towards right field. Going back is Crowell, and he will make the catch as he twists and turns to find the baseball and makes the grab for out number 1. 1 away. Only took 1 pitch to get there for Evan Cyrus. Top of the order now. Garrett Russell will hit for a 3rd time tonight.
The next batter for the Doc Stewarts, center fielder number 1, Garrett Russell.
Garrett stands in. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Had a single in the 2nd inning to drive in a run. And the lights immediately taking effect here at the field. Already starting to feel brighter. First pitch, he squares to bunt, 3rd base side, charging in. Hartzell, bare hands, throws to first, not going to get it there in time. And it's an infield single, bunt single for Garrett Russell. 2nd hit of the game, and boy, he has started out on a tear.
Next batter for the Doc Stewarts, second baseman number 6, Caden Johnson.
Hartzell, a nice job to bare hand and throw to first. Did everything he could to make that play, but just not in time. So 1 on and 1 away for the Docs here in the 4th inning, and Caden Johnson will hit. He had a tapper back to the mound in the 2nd, walked in the 1st, has scored a run in the game. He'll take for ball 1. Caden Johnson this season with the Roseburg Indians, hitting the 2 spot much of the year. Had a pretty good year there for the sophomore. 1-0 delivery coming up here for Cyrus. High and tight, backs him up off the plate. 2-0 the count. Russell on at first. Caden hit .237 during the high school season. Tailed off at the very end of the season, but had 17 RBI, 2 doubles, a triple. Did pretty well in that number 2 spot as he takes at the belt buckle inside for a 3-0 count. He had 12 walks, only 4 strikeouts during the high school season. So good numbers there for him. Everyday starter on the infield, played 3rd, short, and 2nd, depending on who was pitching. The 3-0 to him. He'll take for strike 1. I think he only played at 3rd base once during the high school season. It was down at North Medford High School. Kind of had a victim of the situation on that one to have to play at 3rd. 3-1 delivery. Cyrus fires in. It's off the hands, foul territory. Almost a chance to get to that one for 3rd baseman Cooper Hartzell, but he spun out in the wet dirt on the infield and lost all of his traction, couldn't get to the ball in time. It'll end up being a foul ball for a full count now against Caden. Back to first base goes Garrett Russell, who was running on the pitch. Lights all starting to come on here at Legion Field, and it's definitely helping out. Throw over to first. Back in safely goes Russell. Still a good amount of folks here out at the ball game tonight. 3-2 delivery coming up. And it's low for ball 4. And Cyrus will walk Caden Johnson with 1 out. And it puts runners at 1st and 2nd for the Docs as they look to try and regain the lead here in the 4th inning. And that'll prompt a visit to the mound for the pitching staff for this Mid-Valley team. On the coaching staff, you got Troy Babbitt, the head coach, Kyle Burt, Chad Hartzell, Don Lean, all of his assistant coaches this season. They come in, they're 1-3 on the year after the win against the Docs in Game 1. Doc Stewart's, of course, 0-1 on the year. One out, and it's the heart of the lineup here. Jonathan Stone coming up for the Docs. He's 1 for 1 in the game with a single and a walk. Standing in here in a critical moment as the Doc Stewarts look to regain the lead here in the 4th inning. Want to thank some of our sponsors here. Want to thank Budget Lumber with the double headers. The pregame sponsor doesn't get as many mentions as they usually do. And our pregame coaches interview goes to Oregon Coach Crafters. We talked with head coach Scott Shaver before Game 1, and that was brought to you by Oregon Coach Crafters, the best care in RV services and repair. First pitch to Stone. He takes at the knees over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Docs will have a nice little stretch here at home to start out the season. They will hit the road a little bit later on, and then they've got a tournament in Eugene coming up next week. The 0-1 delivery to Stone. It's low and outside. Goes to a 1-1 count with runners at first and second. Docs, they will host Grants Pass tomorrow, then on Wednesday, and then next week, I guess it's technically this week because it's Sunday. On Friday, they begin their tournament in Eugene, and we'll have games from Eugene for you here on the radio and streaming online as well. Stone gets underneath this one high in the air, playable in foul territory down the first base side. Rapay calling for it, and a throw to third base gets away. Misplayed by Rapay. That ball, they're not going to say it's out of play just yet. Standing up will be Garrett Russell scoring from second. Did they say that one went out of play? I didn't see anybody throw up their hands like it did, but they will give Garrett Russell home, and getting into third base will be Caden Johnson. Docs back in front, leading 4-3. That was an ill-advised throw from Adam Rapay. You had Russell who tagged and looked like he was going to try to advance, but all he had to do was run it back in on the infield and hold everybody. But Rapay tries to fire it across the diamond, throws it away. A lot of space to roll that baseball, and that allows Garrett Russell to score. Docs in front, 4-3. They've got a man at third base. That's Caden Johnson. And Brody Black has a chance to try and add another run here in the 4th inning. Brody Black is 0 for 2 in the game, but does have an RBI on a ground out back in the first. His 1-0 pitch coming here from Cyrus. It's in for a strike. So the Docs continue their streak. They've scored in every inning. One pitch here for Black. This would be a great time for his first hit of the season. He checks, swings. The pitch was in the dirt. They're going to appeal, I do believe. Yes, they will. And the umpire says no, he did not go around. The 2-1 count. 2-1 the count here against Brody Black. 2 away. Caden Johnson on at third, looking to score for a second time in the ballgame. Pass ball would bring him in. A base knock, an error. The 2-1. Breaking ball stays up. The 3-1 count now against Brody Black. The DH hitting in the cleanup position. Roseburg leading 4-3. The Doc Stewart's in front. Time called. It has been a steady drizzle for quite some time here at Legion. But things not raining hard enough to really stop this game. Not ideal conditions, but not bad enough to stop play. The 3-1 in the dirt for ball 4. So you've got them on the corners with 2 down.
Now back to the Doc Stewart, shortstop, number 12, Cody Johnson.
Evan Cyrus still in. He started in the 3rd inning. Gave up a run there. He's given up 1 run here in the 4th. He needs 1 more out to avoid giving up any more. He'll face Cody Johnson. First pitch just off the edge. No, good for a strike on that outside corner. 0-1 count. Cody today 0 for 2. Did reach on an error in the third inning. Oh, 0-1 pitch for Cyrus. It's at the knees. Whew. That one looked more like a strike to me than the first one, but misses. A 1-1 count. There was an arm thrown out in the bullpen. They've got sweatshirts on, so I cannot tell you jersey numbers, and I don't know who would be out there throwing for Mid-Valley. 1-1 count for Evan Cyrus throwing right now for the Southpaws, and he gets one across for a strike. And Cody Johnson, who has watched every pitch so far, has a 1-2 count with 2 down and a runner on at third and first. 4-3 is the score. Johnson back in there, a chance to drive in a run. He'll swing and fouls it back. For this Mid-Valley's club, they'll finally get to play a home game coming up in their next one. They'll be hosting Dallas Post 20 coming up on Tuesday. They've played all of their games on the road so far. This is their 5th game of the year. Ground ball chopper foul for Cody Johnson, and he continues to battle up there against Evan Cyrus, who is ahead in the at-bat, a 2-2 count. Johnson trying to come up with a clutch hit here for the Docs, who have not been able to score more than 1 run in an inning so far today. The 1-2 pitch, it's in the dirt. Back to first, Brody Black in ahead of the tag. Two-two count at the plate for Johnson. Cody would love to bring in Caden, another one of the brother combos. You've got the Johnsons, the Blacks, and the Burks on this team. Caden Johnson at third, Cody at the plate. The ball sharply hit down the third baseline, but just into foul territory. That took one hop on the chalk down the third base line, and then it started tailing just into foul territory as it goes past the bag. So into foul territory, another foul ball for Cody, and he stays with the 2-2 count. Brody Black at first base, Caden Johnson on at third, Cody at the plate. The 2-2 pitch. It's just out off the edge. And we go to a full count. It looked like Evan Cyrus was ready to head into the dugout after that pitch. He wanted it. Does not get the call. Full count here. A walk would load the bases. 3-2 pitch, runner going, and it's low and outside for ball 4. Second walk of the game issued by Evan Cyrus. Bases loaded with 2 outs, and Zach Mandera stepping it to the plate. Zach tonight is 1 for 1. Got a single in the third. Was hit by a pitch in the second. Scored a run that frame. Looking to add another run here as the Docs lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch, strike 1. Bases loaded, 2 away. Mandera, the 6th hitter in the lineup for the Docs. He's the 7th hitter to the plate here in the 4th inning. Johnson at third, Black at second, the other Johnson at first as a pitch in the dirt. 1-1 count. The younger Johnson at third, the elder at first. The elder Black out at second base. The younger Jet Black led off this inning with a fly out to right field. 1-1 pitch to Mandera. High on the off speed. 2-1 count. Both pitching staffs have had some issues as of late here in this ball game. I imagine this isn't the most ideal and fun conditions to pitch in. Drizzles may have let up a little bit here, but it is just kind of a gray and dreary day. Inside corner, called for a strike against Mandera. He drops the bat. Oh, throw down to first. Back pick gets away, and a run will come in. Johnson scores from third. They'll hold Brody out at third, but a run throw back to second. Now the run scoring from third. The Docs will add 2 more. Mid-Valley doing themselves in. Gives up 2 runs. It started with the back pick down to first by the catcher, Ephraimson. He throws down to first to try and get Cody Johnson off the bag after a 2-2 pitch, or after a pitch called for a 2-2, or a second strike. It made it 2-2. Throw down to first base to try and get Johnson off the bag. It goes into right field. That scored Caden Johnson. Brody Black moved up to third. The throw over to second base to try and get Cody rounding the bag a little hard got away, and that allowed Brody Black to come in and score. And now a swing and a miss for Zach Mandera finishes things off here in the 4th inning. So the Docs, thanks to a couple errors, able to get a couple more runs on the board. They currently lead 6-3 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to Docs Baseball here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Fifth inning. Doc Stewart's leading now 6-3 against the Mid-Valley Southpaws after a almost comedy of errors. And they continue as the throw from Gabe Burke with the game ball is going to go out into center field as he tries to throw down to second base. There we go. The baseball might be getting slick. I mean, it hits the grass, it's going to get wet out there. 6-3. There were 3 errors in that bottom of the 4th for Mid-Valley, allowing the Doc Stewarts to score 3 runs on just 1 hit. They lead 6-3. We'll take a look at the Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update here this half frame as we're in the top of the 5th inning. Docs looking for their first win of the year. Looking to hand Mid-Valley their 4th loss of the season. And the Docs are in front right now, 6-3. Cade Meisner still on the mound after taking over in the 4th inning for Jay Stoffel. His first pitch, a breaking ball high and inside for ball 1 against the leadoff man, Cody Johnson, leading things off for a 2nd inning after the Southpaws sent 9 hitters to the plate in the 4th inning. 1-0 delivery. Fastball's low. 2-0 count. Last half inning, Cody Johnson struck out looking against Jay Stoffel. He'll take a strike on the outside corner to go 2-1. 0 for 2 in the ball game for Johnson. 4th batter for Cade Meisner in the ball game. Out of the windup for the big righty from Sutherland. That one out into left field. That'll get down. Could be extras. Gillespie in front of it. He'll send it in, and the runner going to have to hold. Nice job by Gillespie in left field to get to that baseball quickly and make an accurate throw to second base. And Caden Johnson would have had a great chance to apply a tag if Cody Johnson had decided to run. But he holds at first, and it's just a leadoff single. Well struck ball out there to left field for Cody Johnson. His first hit here in Game 2. Gets him on base. Nobody out, 1 on. Righty versus lefty matchup as Cooper Hartzell stands in. The right-hander, Cade Meisner, fires a breaking ball that misses for a 1-0 count. 6-3 the score here in the top of the 5th inning. Doc Stewart's in front, finally get a crooked number on the board as they score 3 times in the bottom of the 4th inning, matching the 3 runs that Mid-Valley scored in the top of the 4th. Breaking ball in the dirt, knocked down by Burke. It holds the runner at first. 2-0 count now for Hartzell. Taking a look at that scoreboard update, again brought to you by Garrettson Building Supply. Right now, 3 runs on 4 hits and 4 errors for Mid-Valley. For the Dr. Stewarts, 6 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Docs. Pitch in the dirt again, but nicely stopped by Burke, and that holds the runner at first. But it's a 3-0 count now for Hartzell. Some other scores for you. The Eugene Challengers taking on the Dallas Post 20 Dirtbags today. They won 9-2 in that contest. Throw over to first base. Meisner almost throws it away, but Stone saves it from getting by. Also going on today, the Grants Pass Nuggets are hosting the Siskiyou team out of California. That one started at 7 o'clock tonight. Docs will see Siskiyou's later on as a fastball is low for ball 4 against Cooper Hartzell. Second walk issued by Meisner. And the Docs continue to struggle issuing walks. That is not a good thing. Doc's giving away all these free passes, and Meisner's going to get a visit here from Coach Shaver. Don't know if they're looking to make a move here. They've got a couple of arms warming up in the bullpen. Peyton Hope is one of them. Docs have a deep pitching staff this year. Coach saying he's got 13 guys that he could use. I think it's Hope and Luther throwing on down there. It's going to stick with Cade Meisner for the time being. Just wanted to probably tell him to put it bluntly, stop walking, guys. Meisner out there, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Up to bat is scheduled to be Adam Rapay, and it is. And he'll take the first pitch for strike 1. Meisner's 0-1 pitch, checking second. Breaking ball, hit towards short. Picked up by Johnson. Throw to Johnson. Throw to Stone. It's too high. He came off the bag, and the ball got knocked away at first by the runner. Run will come in. Stone tried to bring it down to make the tag. As he hit the runner, the ball got knocked out, and it gets loose, and that allows the runner to come in and score. 1 run in, 6-4 now your score. The Docs got a runner at second. They get 1. But they can't get the double play. So out at second base was Hartzell, 6-4. They relay on to first. Throw off the target for Caden Johnson. And that allowed the runner to come in. Pitch misses now to the hitter, Tanner Rice, hitting with 1 out and 1 run already in. And a man on at first. Out at first base, Adam Rapay. Meisner gets it across at the knees for strike 1. So I'm going to put that Rapay got on with an error by the throw at second base from Caden Johnson, and scoring was Cody Johnson on the throw by Caden, which got knocked out of the glove by the runner. Ground ball, second base side will get through for the lefty. Jet Black will come in and gets it back in quickly to hold the runners. So first and second again for Mid-Valley with just 1 out. They trail by 2 as they've gotten 1 back here in the 5th. Second straight hit for Tanner Rice. This time pulling it to right field. Rapay up to second base. Meisner will face Caleb Beach, the lefty. And they're going to bring in a pinch runner for the DH, Tanner Rice.
Pinch running for Tanner Rice at first base, number 15, Andrew Lopez.
So hitting now, Caleb Beach. No, excuse me, they will. They will have a pinch hitter here. No, it is Caleb Beach, standing in. First pitch to the shortstop, fouled back for strike one. One away, runners at first and second. Squaring to bunt, Beach will lay it down. Meisner gets it, throws to first for the out. Sacrifice bunt will move both runners into scoring position. Two away. Second and third with two down. 6-4 your score here in the top of the fifth. And the 9-hitter, Bryce Ephraimson, the catcher, will stand in. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Drew a walk in the fourth to bring in a run. The bases were loaded at the time. First pitch to him is down the middle for a strike. The 0-1 delivery from Meisner, hit in the air out towards left field. This one well struck. It's going to carry over the top of Gillespie all the way to the wall. 2 runs are come in. We've got a tie ball game once again. And in with a stand-up double is the 9-hitter, Bryce Ephraimson. He smoked that ball out towards left field. No chance to get to it for Gillespie, and that brings in 2 runs. So scoring 2 runs. And now a tie ball game, 6-6. Mid-Valley is back into this one again. Meisner misses on the first pitch here to the top of the order. Brendan Bliss standing in. Out at second base, Bryce Ephraimson after driving in the tying runs. Strike called. And a 1-1 count. With 2 down here against Bliss. Down the middle for, thought that one looked like it was going to be good. 2-1 count now as that one just misses. Meisner checking second. Throw in, and it's inside for a 3-1 count. And they miss. It's another walk issued. Walks have been a major issue here today for the Docs pitching staff.
Second baseman, number 9, Jace Lean.
Jace Lean will come up to hit. Bases are loaded with 2 down. Excuse me, not loaded, first and second. Ephraimson out at second after the 2-run double to tie the game. Meisner on the mound facing the lefty, Jace Lean. And time called before the pitch. Called strike on the first pitch here for Lean. Gives him an 0-1 count. Pitch gets in the dirt. Up to get to it, Burke. Throw down to third. And having to come off the bag to stop it from getting into the outfield. Zach Mandero will make the play. And both runners now into scoring position as Mid-Valley looks to try and take their first lead of this ball game. Jace Lean at the play with an opportunity to do it. Ephraimson Out at third, out at second base is Bliss. This ball in the air, foul territory, third base side. It's going to carry out of play. And it'll take it to a 1-2 count here. Chase Lean has walked 3 times in this ball game. He's got a 1-2 count. Meisner's pitch. Strike 3 called, and that'll get things done here. But Meisner gives up the lead yet again. The Doc Stewarts cannot hold on to a 3-run edge. 3 runs come in the 5th inning to tie this ball game back up. 6-6 is our score as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to Doc Stewart's Baseball here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Head to the bottom of the 5th inning, a 6-6 ball game between the Doc Stewarts and the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. Docs continue to pull ahead, but can't quite hold off the SouthPaws here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Doc Stewarts Baseball brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? So Adam Rapay is going to move to shortstop.
And now play shortstop for the SouthPaws, number 17.
And on at first base. Excuse me, no, that's not Rapay. It's number 17. 7 looked like a 1 to me there for a second. Cade Parizo will take over. At shortstop. Rapay still on at first. And taking over on the mound is Caleb Beach, moving from shortstop to the mound. So the day is done for Evan Cyrus. It's a whole new ball game as we're tied up at 6 apiece. Leading things off for the Docs will be Doran Gillespie against the new pitcher, a righty on the mound. First pitch is low for ball 1.
Now batting for the Doc Stewarts in the bottom of the 5th inning. Left fielder number 11, Doran Gillespie.
1-0 pitch here for Gillespie. Is outside and low. It'll go to a 2-0 count. So Cyrus, I believe, has probably come out of this ball game. The pitcher. Strike called on the outside corner here to Gillespie. Cyrus caught in game 1. Oh, and I think he's just come out of the game here in game 2. 2-1 delivery coming up for Doran. Lanny hits a line drive through the left side to start things off for the Docs as they look to retake the lead. An early hit on the 2-1 count.
Now batting for the Doc Stewarts, the catcher, number 18, Gabe Burke.
So Gillespie gets himself on with the leadoff single. His first hit of the ball game, first hit of the season, playing in his first game here today. Showing bunt, Burke will take a strike on the outside corner. And back in, sliding head first, Doran Gillespie looking to get in before any possible throw. He does. No throw down that direction. Oh, 0-1 count here against Gabe Burke, who's 0 for 2 in the game with a pair of strikeouts. Swings and misses for an 0-2 count. So Burke trying to find some barrel here, find a way to at least move a runner around, put the ball in play and see what happens. On the mound, the new pitcher Caleb Beach looking for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. It's a tie ball game, 6-6. The throw in, misses inside for 1-2. Evan Cyrus came in the third. He pitched 2 innings for Mid-Valley. Gave up 2 hits, 4 runs, not all of them earned. 3 errors there in that 4th inning, allowed a lot to come in. 1-2 pitch. Burke takes outside as a breaking ball that missed everything. Burke takes, and then to second base will go Doran Gillespie. Taking on the right pitch on that one. 2-2 count now for Burke. Beach, a 2-2 pitch coming up as the rains continue to start coming down again. Ground ball up the middle, and Gabe Burke, it's fielded behind second. The throw to first, got him just by a half step. Great effort there by Burke. He does move the runner into third base. It works out to move the runner 90 feet from home. But man, Burke almost had himself his first base hit of the day. But Jay Saline out at second base does a nice job to get in front of that one, back behind second, and makes the throw just in time to beat out Burke. 1 away. Up to third base went Gillespie. And up to hit Jet Black. A sacrifice fly would bring in a run. The infield is in with their toes on the grass as the rain really starts to come down. The hardest it's been coming down so far tonight. The first pitch in the dirt for Jet. Pitch on the outside corner will be called for a strike against Jet Black. 1-1 count evens things up. 1 away. Man, that is the go-ahead runner at third base for the Doc Stewarts. Looking to get a win in the second game of the season and driving the ball to right field. Jet Black will drive in the go-ahead run. I was going to say the game winner, but we're still a little ways away from that. Scoring from third will be Doran Gillespie, and Jet Black comes up with his first hit of this game, and he drives in a run to give the Doc Stewarts a lead once again on top, 7-6. Docs have scored in every frame so far in the ball game, and that one was a big clutch hit there for Jet Black to make it a 7-6 ball game in favor of the Dr. Stewarts. Goes opposite field on that one. First pitch in the dirt now for Garrett Russell. A 1-0 count for the leadoff man, who is 2 for 3 in this ball game. Had a bunt single back in the 4th inning. We're here in the bottom of the 5th. 7-6. Docs go back in front. They haven't trailed, but they've had a game tied a few times. And it beans him. Second time this season already in just 2 games. Second time that Garrett Russell's been beaned by a pitch. Third hit batter in this ball game for the Doc Stewarts. They had 2 in game 1. That's 5 total in just 2 games so far. We're not even through an official 2 games in this season. 2 of them have been Garrett Russell. When we were previewing the team on Off the Wall, our local sports talk show here on 1490 The Score, we do it Mondays and Fridays from noon to 1. When we were previewing the team and revealing the roster, talking about Russell, a guy that will get on base any way possible, that does include getting hit by pitches. He's on at first, 2 runners on, 1 away. Caden Johnson at the plate, first pitch outside for ball 1. Jet Black out at second base. Gillespie on it's Russell on at first. Some good speed on the bases as well as good speed at the plate in Caden Johnson. On the mound, Caleb Beach, the third pitcher this game for Mid-Valley, misses low and outside for a 2-0 count. Temperature feels like it's starting to drop, and the rains have picked up a little bit more steady here. It has been a constant throughout the last couple of innings, and we've got time called as a visit out to the mound here for the coaching staff for Mid-Valley. I believe that is head coach Troy Babbitt. Well, folks, the you might be excited about this one, and we'll have games for you here on 1490 The Score. The Oregon State Beavers moving on to the College World Series for a 7th time in school history. Second straight year they make it to Omaha after sweeping Minnesota with a nice come-from-behind victory last night. The Beavers win in 2 games. I was very happy that happened because I knew that if it didn't happen last night, the game would be on tonight, and we'd probably miss at least a good portion of it because of Docs baseball here this evening. So glad that the Beavers are able to wrap it up without having to go to a 3rd game in the series and force me to have a difficult situation with 2 games going on at the same time that we want to have on the radio. But best of luck to the Beavers in the College World Series. I think they know their game for the first one of the College World Series, but I don't know it off the top of my head, but we'll definitely have the schedule updated at 541radio.com. Pitch just misses upstairs to Caden Johnson, and he's got a 3-0 count. Johnson, a walk would load the bases with just 1 out so far here in the 5th inning. Rain's really starting to come down yet again, and it goes right down the middle against Johnson, who was watching it all the way. The dirt in the infield has been darkening throughout the game, but there's been a circle on the mound that hasn't really gotten dark until now. It is starting to look like it's getting wet. 3-1 pitch for Johnson, low and outside. That's ball 4. And that loads the bases. So Jet Black is up to 3rd. On to 2nd goes Russell, and Caden Johnson's on at 1st. Walks have been an issue for both sides, but the Docs have had their numbers a little bit higher than what we've seen out of the Mid-Valley Southpaws so far. In to hit is John Stone, and he'll take a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Docs lead 7-6 here in the bottom of the 5th. They regain the lead on the RBI single by Jet Black. Pitch called for a strike against Stone, evens him up at 1-1. 6 walks in the game for the Mid-Valley pitching staff. On the other side for the Doc Stewarts, 9 walks in the ball game for the Doc's pitching staff. That one just below the knees, misses for a 2-1 count here to Jonathan Stone. Stone in this ball game, 1 for 2, a single in the 1st, a walk in the 2nd. Scored a run in that the 3rd inning. 2-1 pitch to him. Chops it foul down the third base side for strike 2. I don't know if they try to pause the game because of rain delay. I don't know if they resume this one eventually. We've gotten to the bottom of the 5th. If they can get through it, I would say they might just be able to call the game. You've gotten 5 innings in on a 7-inning ball game. Strike 3 called against Jonathan Stone. He goes down looking on a pitch that catches the outside corner. And that'll be the first strikeout of the game for Mid-Valley pitcher Caleb Beach. 2 down now. Doc's looking to add some more. They lead 7-6 right now. But they've got the bases loaded. Had the bases loaded with less than 2 outs. But the punch out there for Stone makes it 2 away, and now Caleb Beach is 1 out away from getting out of this 5th inning with only giving up 1. Brody Black at the plate. First pitch swinging, fouls it off on the left side. Brody Black 0 for 2 in the game, has an RBI, got a walk as well, and came around to score. Stands in here facing Caleb Beach with the bases loaded. Ground ball chopper towards short. Fielded deep in the hole. Long throw across the diamond, but it gets there in time. So Mid-Valley able to limit the damage to just 1 run. And the Docs do pull back in front, but it's still a tight ball game here as we go to the 6th inning. 7-6 your score here on CBS Sports Radio 1490, The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyze and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
It's cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Finish my work.
Third pitcher of the game comes in here as we start out the sixth inning. The Doc Stewarts leading the visiting Mid-Valley Southpaws 7-6, looking to get a split here at home to start out the season as they battle the weather a little bit here. Rain has been coming down for quite some time. Taking over on the mound after this Shelby and Migulena construction call to the pen, it is Peyton Hope. Just wrapped up his junior year at Sutherland High School. It's his first season with the Dr. Stewarts, played last year with the Umpqua Lions. Earned first-team All-League honors in the Sky-Am League as a utility player this year. Also named All-State as an honorable mention utility player as well. So see what he can bring to the mound for the Doc Stewarts here in the sixth inning. It's gotten wet. It's been a somewhat sloppy game. Got plenty of errors in this game for both sides. Let's see, I got 4 errors on the board for the Doc Stewarts, or excuse me, for the Southpaws, 2 on the board for the Dr. Stewarts. There you go. That's a look at things as of right now. 7-6 your scores. We start the top of the sixth inning. It'll be top of the lineup, the 3-4-5 hitters coming up here. Kevin Kroll, the right fielder, will stand in. First pitch from Peyton Hope. A fastball catches the top end of the strike zone on the inside corner for a called strike one. Oh, 1 delivery from Hope. Misses just a little bit low as squaring to bunt. Kroll showed the bunt but pulled it back. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Chasing a pitch down in the dirt. Kroll with a 1-2 count. One-two delivery. Just upstairs. 2-2 count. Today, Kevin Kroll at the plate 0 for 3 in this ball game. Game 1 of the doubleheader, he was the leadoff man, went 1 for 5 on the day. So just 1 hit so far for him between the 2 games, 1 for 8 on the afternoon. Out of the windup, 2-2 from Hope. Ground ball, chopper foul, third base side. Nobody out, nobody on. Leading things off here in the top of the sixth inning, and the rain just continues to fall as we battle our way through it here in this home opener, season opener for the Dr. Stewarts. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Kevin Kroll. On the mound, Peyton Hope gets his first strikeout of the season, and strikeouts are brought to you by Joe's Towing. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals. 1 away, nobody on base. Cody Johnson will stand in. A left fielder for Mid-Valley. Bears the same name as the Doc Stewarts shortstop. Ball squirts out of the glove for Gabe Burke between the legs of the umpire. Reaches through and grabs it. One-0 count here for Johnson. That means we've got 3 Johnsons playing in this game in the nightcap of today's doubleheader. Pitch misses low for Hope, and it's a 2-0 count. He had to clean off his cleats just a bit. The 2-0 pitch in for strike one. This is baseball in Oregon, dealing with games like this. 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. Goes to a 2-2 count. There's an arm thrown in the bullpen. I think that might be Brody Black down there. He only had a little bit of experience on the mound during the spring season with the Roseburg Indians, but it looks like he might get some run here during the summer with the Docs. Pitch misses high and inside, goes to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out, nobody on for Cody Johnson. Three-two pitch from Hope, and he gets him to foul it off. So we'll do it again with another 3-2 pitch coming up. And it looks like they may be calling for a few more fresh baseballs. Those will get run out. Zach Holland doing the honors out of the dugout to run out some fresh baseballs. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Doc Stewart's in the Mid-Valley Southpaws wrapping up their doubleheader here tonight. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on another breaking ball. And there's 2 down. Back-to-back punch-outs. Again, strikeouts brought to you by Joe's Towing. And Peyton Hope doing nice in relief here. Getting back-to-back punch-outs. So Hope looking to wrap things up. A quick 1-2-3 inning in relief. He faces Cooper Hartzell, the lefty, and he fires in the dirt for ball 1. Hartzell, the third baseman, 1 for 1 in this game. He's drawn 2 walks, scored once as well. Steps in here. Kind of looked like maybe a little bit of footing issue on the first pitch from Hope, and he fires a fastball in for a swing and a miss. Liking what we've seen so far out of Peyton Hope out there on the mound. Hope just wrapping up the junior year. Will be back for a senior with the Sutherland Bulldogs next year. 1-1 delivery. He kicks and fires. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. Hope continues to, Peyton just continues to knock dirt off of his cleats before every pitch. This thing's getting a little dense out there. Quickly into his windup, the 1-2. Ground ball towards second. In front of it, Caden Johnson over to first for the final out. A 1-2-3 inning for Peyton Hope. Looks sharp in his first outing for the Doc Stewarts here this summer. And the Doc Stewarts will hang on to the lead. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Docs leading 7-6 here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 7-6 lead in favor of the Doc Stewarts, who look to add some insurance here in this 6th inning and pick up that first win of the season. After losing game 1 of this doubleheader, that was the first game of the year for the Dr. Stewarts. Peyton Hope, a nice job out of the bullpen there. A 1-2-3 inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Not too shabby there. Pitchers having some issues with their footing on the mound. I think they might have delivered some sort of tool to the mound to be able to dig out the dirt out of the cleats for the pitchers. Caleb Beach out there on the mound throwing for Mid-Valley. He'll face Cody Johnson for the Doc Stewarts. To lead things off here in the 6th, and a breaking ball off-speed pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. 7-6 again the score. This half inning brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Fisher's Hearth and Home. Pitch in the dirt, evens it up, 1-1 for Cody. Coming up, we'll have our Roseburg Disposal post-game show for you after the conclusion to recap this one. Then we'll be back out here again tomorrow for more Docs baseball. 1-1 pitch. Out off the edge, goes to 2-1. So getting some help from our friends down in Grants Pass. Jay Reese, who does Grants Pass Nuggets games, let me know it's going to be the Oregon State Beavers and the North Carolina Tar Heels. As a ground ball up the middle, sharply hit by Johnson. One hopper to second, though, and Jay Saline able to make the play quickly. That one almost had a chance to get through, but did not. And you got one away. Hard hit ball. Just couldn't squeeze it through the infield there for Cody Johnson.
Third baseman, number 13, Zach Mandera.
Chase Lane showing some great range at second base. He's gotten a few back behind the bag and been able to make the out at first. Nobody on, one away. And up to hit next, Zach Mandera, 1 for 2 in the game with a hit by pitch and a single. He'll rocket one towards second, another one hopper to Lane, and he's got plenty of time to make the play over to first base. You've got 2 down now for the Docs, and nobody on base. First pitch swinging there for Mandera. And it'll be Doran Gillespie in next. 1 for 3 on the day for him. He came around and scored the go-ahead run in the 5th inning to put the Docs up 7-6. First pitch to him from Beach. He goes after. It's in the air but fouled back for strike 1. So it'll be the Beavers in North Carolina in the first game from the College World Series Saturday at either 2 or 7 o'clock. Beavs and the Tar Heels, the only 2 teams of the 8 so far to punch their ticket for Omaha. 0-1 pitch to Gillespie. Ground ball towards second. Takes a late high hop, but Lena makes the adjustment, and he will make every put out here in the 6th inning. 4-3. Mark it down 3 times in your scorebook, folks. That'll wrap things up in the bottom of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. First frame that the Docs do not score a run, but they still lead 7-6. 3 outs away from their first win of the season as we head to the top of the 7th inning here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay. Goofy.
Okay. Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Come back here for the top of the 7th inning. Doc Stewart's 3 outs away from their first win of the season, leading 7-6 against the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. We've had another call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulana or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. Brody Black will take over on the mound, the 4th pitcher used for the Docs here in Game 2 of the season. Brody will face off against the 6, 7, and 8 hitters here in the 7th inning, trying to hold on to the 1-run lead. Brody takes over for Peyton Hope, who had a really nice relief appearance. 1 inning, had 2 strikeouts, no hits, no runs given up, no walks. The first pitch from Brody is inside for ball 1. Again, assume the pitching move made just to try and get a chance to see Brody Black out on the mound. Haven't seen him pitch yet this year. He'll fire high for ball 2 against Adam Rapay, who stands in. 1 for 3 on the ball game, 2 runs scored. Brody did not throw much for the Roseburg Indians during the spring season as he gets a strike across at the knees. He pitched in 1 game, had a 1-0 record, threw 1 1/3 innings, gave up 1 hit batter, but had an ERA of 0.00. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. And Adam Rapay has a 2-2 count against him as Brody Black has fought his way back. Brody was DHing, comes in for Peyton Hope. Trying to get the first out here. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball out towards right field, fouled away. Stays a 2-2 count. Looked like a breaking ball to me. Did not get a chance. I do cover the Roseburg Indians during the spring season here on 1490 The Score, but I never did see Brody pitch. He pitched on their spring break trip to Eastern Oregon. There's a foul ball back again for Rapay, and he stays with the 2-2 count. I didn't make the trip out to Pendleton and Eastern Oregon with the Roseburg Indians during spring break, so didn't get to see Brody pitch as he misses high and inside for a 3-2 count. Doc Stewart's on top, 7-6 against the Mid-Valley SouthPaws, trying to finish it off here. The 3-2 pitch, swing and miss, and a strikeout. First of the game for Brody Black. And a big punch out there as he gets a swing and a miss out of Adam Rapay for out number 1. And that strikeout brought to you by Joe's Towing. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals. 1 down, and
now batting, number 16, Curtis Zamora.
Curtis Zamora will stand in here. First at bat for him this season, or this evening. Stands in, takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. He's hitting for Tanner Rice. The 1-0 is up for a 2-0 count. Nobody on, 1 away. Curtis Zamora, great pitcher for this Mid-Valley squad. The 2-0 delivery to him is in for strike 1. Zamora selected to play in the 6A, 5A All-Star game. As a pitcher, he hits the mid-80s. He's committed to go play at Lynn Benton Community College. But he steps in as a hitter here in a pinch hit appearance. And he's down to a 2-2 count as he swings and misses at strike 2. Brody looking to get his second strikeout of the inning, and he'll just miss inside for ball 3. The 3-2 outside for ball 4 to Zamora. So Zamora will get on base with the full count walk. That will represent the game-tying run. Zamora stays in the game to run it first. Throw over that direction. Almost thrown away. Nice job by Jonathan Stone to come off the bag to get to it. So the game-tying run on at first, one away. Doc's looking for a double play ball here to wrap this one up. Caleb Beach on to hit. He's walked twice and had a sacrifice bunt, so officially he's 0 for 0 in this game. Lays down a bunt third base side. No real play to be made. Zach Mandera coming in to get to it, but that one dies on the infield grass, and Caleb Beach will get his first hit of game 2 with a bunt single on the infield. So 2 runners on. The game go-ahead run is on at first. Docs would have a chance to hit in the bottom of the 7th if they give up the lead here. Got runners at first and second with 1 out. And up to hit is Bryce Ephraimson, the catcher. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Ephraimson had a double back in the 5th inning that scored 2 runs. That was part of a 3-run 5th inning. Takes low again, 2-0 count. Two balls, no strikes here against Bryce Ephraimson, the catcher. Runners at first and second, 1 away. Brody Black on the mound. He'll kick and fire in, and he misses high and away for a 3-0 count. And out to visit on the mound is shortstop Cody Johnson. Docs need to get 2 more outs, and they'll wrap up a victory here. Hasn't been a clean game. Hasn't been all that kind weather-wise either. Brody Black looking to try and get a strike across here against the catcher, Bryce Ephraimson. The 3-0 right down the middle for strike 1. So now we see what happens on the 3-1 pitch. As expected, Ephraimson to be taking all the way on that one. Can Black get another strike across? The ground ball up the middle, could be 2. Johnson will take it himself to throw to first. Docs win! The Doc Stewarts will get a win, and they get a split at home against the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. Defense helps out Brody Black as he'll get the... Well, I think he's going to get the save in this situation. The win, I do believe the win will go back to Caden Meisner. And the Doc Stewarts get a 7-6 win on top of the Mid-Valley Southpaws. And they'll go to 1-1 on the year, earning a split at home here to start out the season. 7-6, it was an interesting one. We got to see a lot about these teams, and we look forward to seeing more about them coming up over the next few days. We'll go ahead and head to the Roseburg Disposal postgame show for you as the Docs win Game 2, 7-6, 1-1 on the year after getting a split here at home against the visiting Mid-Valley Southpaws. Oh, thank you for the birthday wishes. You want some cake? We'll head to the Roseburg Disposal postgame show after this 2-minute break here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Well, we welcome you back here to the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Doc Stewart's winners in Game 2, winning 7-6 on top of the Mid-Valley Southpaws. Docs never trailed in this game. They led by as many as 3-0. Had a couple of 3-run leads in this game. Couldn't hold off Mid-Valley the entire way, but they were able to hold off in the end and get the victory to move to 1-1 on the season. Mid-Valley drops to 1-4 on the year. Taking a look at the numbers, some of the numbers for you. Let's get you a Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update. Taking a look at the scoreboard and the final numbers: 6 runs on 7 hits, 4 errors for Mid-Valley, 7 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. That is your Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update, offering a wide range of high-quality lumber, plywood, and building-related materials. Garrettson Building Supply, supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. Well, the Doc Stewarts get a big win there in Game 2. I think you saw a lot of folks in this game. So you know that the Doc Stewart's getting a chance to see a lot of players. Head coach Scott Shaver and assistants Eric Savage and Tom Nielsen, they definitely got a chance to get a good look at a lot of the guys that they have on the roster and get an opportunity to see what they'll have going into the rest of the season. Everybody was here today. Everybody was available, and so that's great for the team. I think they I don't know if there was anybody we didn't see play in this game. Let's see here. Just a quick glance down the roster here. Everybody got in the game either as a pitcher or as a fielder/hitter. So, yeah, everybody got into these games. That's pretty cool. Doc Stewart's get a glimpse of what they've got. Things started out shaky in Game 1. They ended up falling 12-7, but they come back strong in Game 2, got an early lead. Didn't quite hold on to it, but they were able to keep with it. And they were able to fight off Mid-Valley down the stretch and keep themselves in contention to win this game. 7-6 the final score. Let's see here. Let's take a quick game recap. Brought to you by the News Review Sports section. For more on today's game, make sure you do pick up a copy of the News Review print edition. Although they don't have the Monday edition, it won't be out until Tuesday, although I'm sure you could check nrtoday.com as well. But the News Review Sports section will have recaps on Doc Stewart's baseball games throughout the season. The game recap for you here. Doc Stewart scored a run in every inning except for the 6th. They didn't have to bat in the 7th. 1 run in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd innings to build a 3-0 lead. They scored on an RBI ground out by Brody Black in the 1st. It was an RBI single by Garrett Russell in the 2nd. And in the 3rd inning, let's see here. Not sure who might have driven in the run. It was Jonathan Stone that scores in that frame to bring in the 3rd run of the game for the Doc Stewarts. But in the top of the 4th inning, 3 runs would come across against for Mid-Valley. Those 3 runs coming in against Jay Stoffel. That would exit him from the game there in the 4th. Cade Meisner came on in relief. Doc Stewarts, though, would get 3 runs back in the bottom of the 4th inning to take the lead again by 3. It was 6-3 after 4. Top of the 5th inning, though, Cade Meisner gets touched up for 3 runs as Mid-Valley would rally back to tie the game again. But the Doc Stewarts would retake the lead in the bottom of the 5th. It was an RBI single by Jet Black that would score Doran Gillespie to put the Docs in front. The game-winning run. We didn't know it until the very end, but that would be it for the Doc Stewarts. They get the victory and improve to 1-1 on the year. Jet Black with the big hit there in the clutch moment to get the Docs back in front. So picking up the win was Cade Meisner out of the bullpen. Brody Black will earn the save in this one. Taking the loss is going to be, let's see, that would have been Caleb Beach that takes the loss in this ball game for the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. We'll take a look at more of the individual statistics from this one when we come back with our next segment, our final of the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Plus, we've got our Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game to bring to you here in the postgame show. Don't go anywhere, folks. More coming up for you. You're listening to Dr. Stewart's Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
It's your Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Check them out. That's Roseburg Disposal. You can find more details about them online. I know the whole recycling thing going on right now has got a lot of people, I think, confused exactly what's available. So make sure you check them out online, the Roseburg Disposal. Figure out what all they can offer for you and let them make the run to the dump for you. Here in the postgame, starting to break it down here with a little bit of individual statistics from today's ball game. We'll start out with the visiting Southpaws. 7 hits in the ball game. Cody Johnson finished with a hit in the game. Cooper Hartzell ended up with a single. Not as many extra base hits here in game 2. Adam Rapay had a single in there. 2 hits for Tanner Rice before he was exited from the game. Caleb Beach had a single in there and a double for Bryce Ephraimson. On the other side, for the Dr. Stewarts, Garrett Russell goes 2 for 3 in game 2, had an RBI, had a run scored, was hit by a pitch as well, got on base 3 out of 4 at-bats, again finishing with 2 singles in the game. Caden Johnson had 3 walks, ends up 0 for 1 in the ball game. Jonathan Stone goes 1 for 3, drew a walk, had a stolen base, and a run scored. Brody Black had an RBI and a walk and a run scored in there. Cody Johnson had a walk. Zach Mandera goes 1 for 3 in the ball game, scored a run, had a single. Doran Gillespie goes 1 for 4 in the game, scored a run. That would be the game winner. And Jet Black would finish out 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI, the game-winning RBI that came in the bottom of the 5th inning. So a lot of good numbers there. Jay Stoffel started the game on the mound for the Docs, went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 6 walks and 1 strikeout. Cade Meisner pitched an inning and 2/3. He picks up the win, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks and 1 strikeout. Peyton Hope goes 1 inning. It was a good one. He pitches a perfect 6th inning. 2 strikeouts, no hits, no walks, and no runs given up. And then Brody Black picks up the save. Technically, Peyton Hope would get a hold. Brody Black picks up the save, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. For Mid-Valley, Taylor Holder started the game, went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout, hit 2 batters as well. Evan Cyrus goes 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He hit a batter. And Caleb Beach finishes out the game. He takes the loss. Beach pitches 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. It was the winning run. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter for him in there as well. So that is a look at the numbers for the Mid-Valley pitching staff. Taking the loss is Caleb Beach as he gives up the game-winning run in the 5th inning. So that is a look at all the statistics here from Game 2 of our doubleheader. Game 1, again, a 12-7 win for Mid-Valley. Docs take it 7-6 in Game 2 to move to 1-1 on the year. Up next, they'll take on a Grants Pass team, one of the high school single-A teams down there in Grants Pass, coming up here tomorrow. In fact, the Docs, I believe, I'm not sure if it's the same team both times, but they'll be playing 2 Grants Pass teams that are not the Nuggets coming up Monday and then again on Wednesday. Both games here at Legion Field, both starting at 5:30. It's time now in the postgame show to name our Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game, your locally owned residential heating and cooling specialists. Well, I've got an internal struggle going on this one. Garrett Russell had 2 hits in the game and had another strong performance at the top of the lineup for the Docs. Got on 3 out of 4 times. That's exactly what you want out of a leadoff guy in Game 1. He also got on base 3 out of 4 times, so I'm looking at maybe a doubleheader total performance type of thing there. But you got to give it to Jet Black here as well. He had the big RBI single in the 5th to win the game. We didn't know it would be the winning run at the time, but he comes up in a clutch moment with 1 out and a man in scoring position to drive in the go-ahead run at the time. So we will name our player of the game and give it to Jet Black. Congratulations, you drive in the winning run, and that's pretty stinking good. So Garrett, I got a feeling, is going to have other opportunities to be named our player of the game. So congratulations, Jet Black. He is our Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game. Roseburg Refrigeration, your locally owned residential heating and cooling specialists. All right, folks, that's going to about wrap it up here for us from Legion Field as they get ready to shut things down. Mid-Valley hits it on the road back home. They've been on the road quite a bit as of late, but they will make their way back home. They have their first home game of the season coming up tomorrow. Had their first home game of the year rained out earlier against Eugene. Now they get to head back home, and they will be hosting Dallas Post 20 coming up on Tuesday. As for the Doc Stewarts, again, back to action tomorrow, 5:30 start time here at home against a Grants Pass high school team. Looking forward to that one. Just a chance for the Docs to get out there and get a chance to get some more swings and action in the ball game in under their belts this year. That doesn't mean to take them lightly. They could be a team that could come in and be ripping the ball around the park. You never know. So looking forward to some great action coming up tomorrow and then again on Wednesday here at home before the Docs head up to Eugene on Friday for a Eugene tournament, which we'll be bringing you as well. So that's kind of what the schedule plays out to be over the next couple of days for us here on the radio and streaming online. So we look forward to talking to you tomorrow. I want to wrap things up by saying thanks to head coach Scott Shaver and the entire Dr. Stewart's baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Docs baseball here on 1490 The Score and streaming online at 541radio.com. Thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for his production work tonight. Big thanks to the Mid-Valley Rockets for all the help with getting ready for tonight's broadcast. And as always, a thanks to you, the fans, for tuning in for tonight's game because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran, folks. We will chat with you tomorrow, starting with pregame at 5:15 and first pitch at 5:30 as the Doc Stewarts host Grants Pass for a single game here at Legion Field. We look forward to bringing you the action right here on Douglas County's home for sports, CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score. Whew, those games run long.